Stop. Before you scroll again, before you tell yourself, I'll start tomorrow. Before you waste another night watching other people live the life you keep saying you want. Listen to this. You are not lazy. You are not broken. You are not cursed. But you may be doing something far more dangerous. You may be training yourself not to trust your own word. Every time you say, I'm going to wake up early and hit snooze 5 times. Every time you say, I'm done with that toxic person, and check their profile 10 minutes later, every time you say, I'm going to get serious about my health, and then quit after one bad day. Every time you say, I'm going to start, but don't, you are sending yourself one message. My own promises don't mean anything. And that right there, that is how you screw yourself over. Not all at once. Not in one big, dramatic moment. You do it quietly. One excuse at a time. One delay at a time. One distraction at a time. One, I'll do it tomorrow at a time. Then one day, you look at your life and wonder why you feel behind, why you feel stuck, why you don't feel confident, why you don't recognize yourself anymore. But here's the truth nobody wants to hear. You don't need a new personality. You don't need more motivation. You don't need another perfect plan. You need to stop abandoning yourself. You need to stop choosing what feels good for 5 minutes over what will make your life better for 5 years. Because your future is watching what you do today. And it's time to stop screwing yourself over. You are not stuck. You are repeating. A pet and let's get honest. You're probably not stuck. You're in a loop. You wake up tired. You grab your phone. You scroll. You compare your life to people online. You feel behind. You feel anxious. Then, because you feel anxious, you avoid the one thing that would actually help you move forward. You avoid the workout. You avoid the email. You avoid the difficult conversation. You avoid the job application. You avoid the budget. You avoid opening the textbook. Then you feel worse. And the next day, you do it again. That is not a personality flaw. That is a pattern. And patterns can be changed. But only when you stop treating your feelings like they are the boss of your life. Because feelings are real. They matter. You should acknowledge them. But your feelings are not always telling you the truth. You can feel tired and still be capable. You can feel scared and still take action. You can feel awkward and still speak up. You can feel unmotivated and still do the next right thing. You do not have to feel like it in order to do it. That is one of the biggest lies holding people back. You think successful people wake up every day excited to work out, build their business, study, save money, eat healthy, and face rejection. No, they don't. They just stopped making their mood the decision maker. They learned how to say, I don't feel like doing this, but I'm still doing it. That sentence can change your entire life. Because the moment you stop needing motivation to take action, you become powerful, not perfect, powerful. Making excesses sound like your identity. A lot of people don't fail because they lack potential. They fail because they keep repeating a story about themselves. I'm just not disciplined. I'm an overthinker. I always quit. I'm bad with money. I'm not confident. I'm not a morning person. I'm too emotional. I never finish what I start. Listen carefully. A habit is not an identity. Just because you procrastinated in the past does not mean you are a procrastinator. Just because you made bad financial decisions does not mean you are bad with money. You stayed too long in a bad relationship does not mean you are weak. Just because you haven't been consistent does not mean consistency is impossible for you. You are not your worst habit. You are not your last mistake. You are not the opinion someone gave you when you were younger. And you are definitely not the version of yourself you had to become just to survive. You can change, but it starts with changing the language you use when you talk about yourself. Stop saying, I can't. Say, I haven't learned how yet. Stop saying, I always mess up. Say, I'm learning how to recover faster. Stop saying, this is just who I am. Say, this is who I have been. It is not who I have to stay. That's not fake positivity. That is personal responsibility. Because the words you repeat become the instructions your brain follows. If you keep saying, I always quit, your brain will look for proof. But if you say, I'm becoming someone who follows through, you start looking for opportunities to prove that too. Your identity is being built every single day, not by what you say you want, by what you repeatedly do. Tating with the life you want. Here's where most people lose. They make a decision at night. I'm waking up at 6 tomorrow. I'm going to the gym. I'm not texting them back. I'm going to apply for that job. I'm going to work on my business. Then morning comes, or fear comes, or boredom comes. And suddenly, they begin negotiating. Maybe I should rest today. I'll start Monday. One more episode won't hurt. I'll send the email later. I need to do more research first. I'm not in the right headspace. I'll get serious next month. And before you know it, the decision you made for your future gets destroyed by the mood you're in right now. Stop doing that. Stop giving temporary emotions the power to cancel permanent goals. If you want to change your life, some things need to become non-negotiable. Not because you're trying to be intense, because you are tired of betraying yourself. You don't negotiate with brushing your teeth. You don't wake up and say, do I really feel like wearing clothes today? You do certain things because they are part of your life. How you need to treat the promises that matter. Your health, your peace, your money, your goals, your boundaries, your future. You do not need to make everything hard. You just need to stop making everything optional. If you said you're going to walk for 20 minutes, walk for 20 minutes. If you said you're going to study for 30 minutes, study for 30 minutes. If you said you're done with a person who keeps hurting you, stop reopening the door every time you feel lonely. If you said you're saving money, stop spending it just because you had a stressful day. You are allowed to have bad days. You are not allowed to keep using bad days as an excuse to build a bad life. Make the next move smaller. One reason you keep avoiding things is because you make them too big in your mind. You say, I have to get in shape. Your brain hears pain, effort, failure, pressure. So you do nothing. Instead say, I'm going to put my shoes on and walk for 10 minutes. You say, your brain gets overwhelmed, so you avoid checking your bank account. Instead say, I'm going to look at my last 3 transactions. You say, I need to start a business. That sounds huge. So you watch 100 videos and never start. Instead, say, I'm going to write down one business idea and one action I can take today. You say, I need to get over them. That feels impossible. Instead, say, I'm not going to check their page today. Do you see the difference? You do not need to solve your whole life by Friday. You need to make one better decision than you made yesterday. That's it. One better meal, one better hour, one better conversation, one better choice, one better boundary. The people who change their lives are not always the most talented. They are often the people who are willing to take embarrassingly small steps for a long enough time. That's the secret nobody posts about. Boring consistency, private discipline, tiny actions that no one claps for. You don't need to be impressive today. You need to be in motion today, because motion creates momentum, and momentum creates confidence. Stop waiting to feel ready. You are waiting for confidence. You are waiting for the perfect plan. You are waiting for more money. You are waiting for someone to validate you. You are waiting for your fear to disappear. And while you wait, your life is moving. The calendar is moving. Your time is moving. Your potential is sitting there waiting for you to stop overthinking and start. Here's the truth. You will never feel fully ready. You will not feel ready to start a business. You will not feel ready to post your first video. You will not feel ready to ask for the promotion. You will not feel ready to move on. You will not feel ready to tell people what you really want. You will not feel ready to fail in public. But you know what? Ready is not a feeling. Ready is a decision. Confidence does not come before action. Confidence comes after action. You become confident by doing the thing while you are still scared. You become confident by surviving the awkwardness. You become confident by getting rejected and realizing it didn't destroy you. You become confident by keeping one promise to yourself when no one is watching. That's what real confidence is. It is not loud. It is not pretending you have everything figured out. It is quiet evidence. It is knowing I can handle hard things. I can trust myself. I can be uncomfortable without running away. That is confidence. So, stop waiting for it. Earn it. Your environment is beating your willpower. Let's be real. Willpower is not the problem. Your environment is. You want to stop scrolling, but your phone is next to your bed. You want to eat healthier, but your kitchen is full of food that makes your goals harder. You want to study, but your desk is a mess, and your notifications are screaming every 2 minutes. You want peace, but you still follow people online who make you feel insecure. You want to move on, but you reread old messages every night. You want to save money, Keep shopping. When you're bored, then you blame yourself for lacking discipline. No. Make your environment work for you. Put your phone in another room at night. Turn off useless notifications. Unfollow accounts that make you hate your own life. Keep your workout clothes where you can see them. Put water next to your bed. Set up your desk the night before. Delete the apps that steal hours from you. Predict the number if you have to. Mute them if you have to. Leave the group chat if it drains you. This is not dramatic. This is self-respect. You cannot keep putting yourself in the same situation and expecting a different outcome. Make the good habit easier. Make the bad habit harder. That is how you win when motivation disappears. Stop turning one bad day into a bad life. You miss one workout and suddenly you say, I always quit. You eat one bad meal and say, my diet is ruined. You spend money you shouldn't have and say, I'm terrible with money. You make one mistake at work and think, I'm going to lose everything. You have one emotional day and think, I'm back at square one. No, you are not back at square one. You had one bad moment. That's different. The problem is not the mistake. The problem is what you do after the mistake. Do you spiral? Do you punish yourself? Do you give up? Do you say, well, I already messed up, so I might as well keep messing up? Or do you reset? The strongest people are not people who never mess up. They are people who know how to return. They return to the gym. They return to the plan. They return to the routine. They return to their standards. They return to themselves. So the next time you mess up, do not waste 3 days being disappointed in yourself. Ask one question. What is my next move? That's it. No drama, no self-hate, no giant speech about how you ruined everything. Just the next move. You missed your workout. Walk today. Too much money? Make a plan tonight? You texted the wrong person? Stop the conversation now. You wasted the morning? Own the afternoon. Your comeback does not need to be loud. It just needs to happen. You need better banderia, some of you are not tired because you have too much to do. You are tired because too many people have access to you. They have access to your time, your attention, your emotions, your peace. And you keep saying yes because you don't want to seem rude. You keep explaining yourself because you want everyone to understand. You keep allowing disrespect because you're afraid of being alone. But hear me, a boundary is not an attack. A boundary is a decision. It is you saying, this is what I will and will not allow in my life. You do not need to explain every no. You do not need to answer every text immediately. You do not need to stay available for people who only show up when they need something. You do not need to keep forgiving behavior that keeps repeating. You do not need to keep a door open for someone who keeps bringing chaos into your home, your mind, and your heart. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can say is no. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is not respond. Sometimes the healthiest thing you can do is walk away without getting the closure you thought you needed. Because peace is not always found in the conversation. Sometimes peace is found in the distance. Stop confusing access with love. Stop confusing attention with respect. Stop confusing history with a reason to stay. You are allowed to outgrow people. You are allowed to protect your peace. You are allowed to choose yourself. Keep small promises to yourself. If you want confidence, stop trying to create it with motivational quotes. Build it with proof. Make one small promise to yourself and keep it. That's how you rebuild trust with yourself. Maybe your promise is, I will make my bed every morning. I will walk for 10 minutes every day. I will save $5 every day. I will not look at their social media. I will read 5 pages before I sleep. I will apply for one job every day. I will stop eating lunch at my desk. I will go to bed 30 minutes earlier. It does not have to be huge. It has to be real. It has to be doable. And most importantly, it has to be something you keep. Because every time you follow through, you tell yourself, I matter. My goals matter. My word matters. That changes how you carry yourself. That changes how you make decisions. That changes the kind of life you are willing to accept. You do not need to become a completely different person overnight. You need to become someone who believes themselves when they say, I'm going to do this. Your future is built by what you do next. So here's what I want you to remember. You do not need to hate yourself into changing. You do not need to insult yourself, compare yourself, or punish yourself. You need to stop abandoning yourself. You need to stop quitting on yourself every time it gets hard. You need to stop letting fear make every important decision. You need to stop waiting for a perfect moment that is never coming. The perfect time is not coming. The perfect mood is not coming. The perfect plan is not coming. Your life is happening right now, in this room, on this day, with this decision. So get up, drink some water, clean your space, put the phone down, open the laptop, seg the email, go for the walk, do the workout, start the project, dem the app, set the boundary, make the call, take the first step. Not tomorrow, not Monday, not when you feel ready, today. Because your future is not built by the promises you make when you're inspired. It is built by the choices you make when nobody is watching. And one day, you are going to look back at this version of yourself. Make sure they can say, that was the day I stopped screwing myself over. That was the day I stopped running. That was the day I started keeping my word. That was the day I became someone I could trust. Now go do the next right thing.